set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they got it with a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
25. Too quick. Four down.
Throwing again. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd down now, it's Bush. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Scramble throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set 50, plant.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
On second down, it's Bush, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down.
Come on, set 60 or. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it back.
Third down from the gun. Graham is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. This is Bush. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All right, T, let's go.
On second down, Graham, and that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and it's third down. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Graham. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. There he goes, left side. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They run on first down with Jackson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Jackson. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Fights free at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As they are now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Graham. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Williams, 78 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Vikings 21, Seahawks 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, the first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Throwing now. Graham on first down. Man open. It's Goodwin. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get started. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Wilson steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back.